friends, I'm on here with a project share. This is for another swap that I'm doing in a different group on Facebook. It's an altered cigar box, and I've never done this. I've made some boxes. Well, I take that back. I might have made one cigar box before, but I literally pieced the box together. This time I used an actual wooden cigar box and decorated it up. Vintage style is not my forte. Like I don't gravitate toward that. I'm more like Maggie Holmes, cutesy, springy florals. I don't know. I like pastels when I'm crafting. I feel like in real life, I'm a black, white, gray kind of girl. Like no color, minimal color. But when I'm crafting, it brings out my girly side. Like my craft room is mint green, pink, and white. And that's kind of like what I gravitate toward when I'm crafting, those colors. So to do something like this is way out of my element, and I wasn't even sure if I was doing it right. But once it came together, I was like, hey, I kind of like this. So I started with just a wooden cigar box. No, I have another one around here I was going to show you, but I can't find it. My husband came through with that. He got some from his friend, and so I could participate in the swap. This is, if you can believe it, this main mustard, like floral print I have here is some Maggie Holmes wrapping paper. I think I picked it up at maybe TJ Maxx several years ago, and I've just had it here, and I have used it for gifts, but I thought, oh, this would give me enough space to wrap this whole box in. So that's what I did. So I started with this Maggie Holmes wrapping paper. Like I said, it's kind of like a mustardy gold, green, tan. I don't know what color you want to call it. And then it has random little florals on here. My friend Jen recently introduced me to my new obsession, which is Creative Fabrica. That place is awesome. Anything you can think of for SVG files, digital files, t-shirts, ephemera, whatever, like you can print, is there. It is there. So I looked up some vintage clip art, and that's where I got this pretty little lady here, and she kind of, like, that picture stole the show for me, and I did the whole box around her because I loved the colors in it. This piece here was also part of the same little ephemera set that I got, and this little tag too. This music paper was a piece of the same wrapping paper from that wrapping paper collection that I bought. These flowers, I couldn't tell you where they came from. I've had them in my stash for so long, and I was finally like, it's time to use these babies. And I thought this was so pretty because it already had like that vintage looking button in it. These two already had the pearls, gave it some texture because it's fabric instead of paper, and I really like that. These I got in a swap a long time ago, these little leaves. I found them. These came from some Hobby Lobby. It's like the last piece I had, little rosettes. Who knows? I've had those for a while. These little wooden spools, my friend Jen Cassell sent me in a swap several years ago. Used those. Not even sure where that chipboard piece came from, but I just threw it on there, and I love how it all turned out. A piece of random lace. I just layered it up till I felt like, okay, that's enough. And she had like a little flower on her hat, so just to give it a little dimension, I put a little paper rose there, and it just, I don't know, I just love it. I love it. I love it. I used some fabric. It's more fabric-y lace. I don't know how to explain it. Thicker, you know what I mean. All the way around the outside edge. Covered all that up. I had these somehow. I don't think this is anything I ever bought. I probably received it in swaps at one point in time or the other to add on there. I'm afraid to pull this handle. I pulled it off last night. So I don't want to do that again. So I'm going to use this to kind of wedge it open. Since I put that paper on there, the tops of these are kind of hard to open anyway, but when you put the paper on, it makes it really like stick too. So anyway, use that to pry it open so I don't mess it up again. So open that up. It's kind of a little wrinkled because I've had it closed for a few days. But I just put this page here with a decorative little clip so you could put a photo or whatever there. In here, I just put a little card. Just a cute little vintagey piece of paper, a little cutout there. Okay, inside the box, we were to fill it with, I don't know, X amount of embellishments. I'm pretty sure I went over that amount. So let's just show what I put in the box. This is some just ribbon and fibers that I had from, I don't even know. They were in my stash, and I thought, hey, the colors kind of go, so I'm gifting it. I haven't used it. This was a piece of lace I had left. I stuck this big safety pin in it. Had this cute little charm I just stuck on the end of the safety pin because I just sticking with that vintage looking metal. I don't even know what you call that, bronze metal. Then let's see what else. I made these cute little bows. They have alphabet on them, but just the colors. I wrapped them in twine instead of using the paper centerpiece. I think the twine's cuter. I made some, I asked my friend Navasha, what do I make to go in this box? So she said make some flags. I was like, okay, I can do that. So I made 3 flags, just layered up on different vintagey looking cardstock that I had. This is a hidden paper clip that I just learned how to make, so I thought I'd put one of those in there. Just stuck some lace on it. Put this out because I forgot I put something big in the bottom. Little thing of sequins, and I just glued some lace around the lid. Made a chunky charm to go in there. I just tried to stick with those same colors again. That little lady on the front, she inspired the whole shebang with her pretty colors. Navasha taught me how to make layered paper rosettes, how to stitch them together, so I made some of those and then just layered them up with some fun funky stuff. I just kept throwing stuff on there. I don't even know. Some roses and some eyelash trim, and there's a little cameo and buttons, and then just scrap pieces from a paper collection I've had from Hobby Lobby for forever. Same thing on there. Just scrap pieces, cutouts, buttons, lace. I made some rolled flowers. These are teal, and I inked the edges and used a styrofoam ball as the center. Made all these, same thing. Just rolled them up and inked the edges. I thought these turned out pretty. Like I should sit and make myself some flowers. I never do that. Alright, there's that trim. And then I just made like a pocket to hold some tags and stuff. This was a piece from that collection. One of those cut aparts for this one too. That one too. It's just a note card. Stuck a little butterfly sticker on there. Push that over there. These tags. Just some fun stuff. If they're making a junk journal or whatever, that would be a nice little insert. I think this is proper insert. The back. I like these. So I used some old encyclopedia pages for what you see there. And then just some ephemera at the bottom. This was a part of the encyclopedia page too. I thought she was neat. She matched the color. Alright, so let's see if we can get all this back in here the way I had it. Like I said, vintage is not something I gravitate to. This didn't even have to be vintage, I'm telling you. But it's like I looked, you know, for some pinspiration, and most everything in the cigar box is, you know, worth this theme, and it just got my wheels turning. And once I found that little lady that I put on the front, I was like, yep, I'm going vintage because I want to use her. And I just, like I said, those colors got me. So that's what I did for my partner. Hopefully they like it. Watch them be like, I don't like vintage either. That'd be my luck. Oh well, it's what you're getting. I'm kidding. I would almost keep this for myself because it's, like I said, it's so unlike anything that I would normally do. But I love how it turned out. Hope that gives you some ideas. Thanks for watching.